All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Price of non-subsidised LPG reduced by 100 rupees per cylinder. RTGS and NEFT transfers to become cheaper as RBI scraps charges. Jal Shakti Abhiyan to be launched today to accelerate harvesting and conservation of water. Railways implement new timetable, reshuffles timings of more than 250 trains. Amarnath yatra begins from both Pahalgam and Baltal routes in Jammu and Kashmir. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, England beat India by 31 runs. The price of non-subsidised LPG has been reduced by 100 rupee and 50 paise per cylinder on the back of softening international market rates. Indian Oil Corporation in a release said that the new rate will be effective from today. Talking to AIR, Union Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Dharmendra Pradhan said,
whenever we got opportunity to pass on the benefit to the consumer, we always do that. Now, in the international market, there is a sliding down in LPG price. We have got an opportunity to give a big relief to consumers. Now, we have slide down and reduce the LPG rate. Consumers' interest is paramount for our government.
Now, the non-subsidised cooking gas in Delhi will be priced at 637 rupees per cylinder. Subsidised cooking gas price will be 494 rupees 35 paise per cylinder. Jal Shakti Abhiyan will be launched across the country from today to accelerate water harvesting and conservation measures. The scheme is aimed at making water conservation and promotion of irrigation efficiency a mass movement through asset creation and communication campaigns. Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat will launch the scheme from New Delhi. Over 250 officers, including additional and joint secretaries, have been appointed as in charge of water-stressed districts in the country to plan ways to conserve the natural resource. They have been appointed as central Prabhari officers of 255 water-stressed districts for coordinating the Jal Shakti Abhiyan. These teams will visit identified blocks and districts and coordinate the implementation of various water harvesting and conservation measures. Yesterday, in his Mann Ki Baat program on All India Radio, Prime Minister Narendra Modi called upon people to start a mass movement for water conservation and resolve to save every drop of water amidst water scarcity in several parts of the country. Mr. Modi said an awareness campaign should be started which should not only focus on water-related problems but also propagate ways to save water.
जल संरक्षण के लिए एक जन आंदोलन की शुरुआत करें। हम सब साथ मिलकर पानी की हर बूंद को बचाने का संकल्प करें। और मेरा तो विश्वास है कि पानी परमेश्वर का दिया हुआ प्रसाद है। पानी की एक एक बूंद को बचाने के लिए एक जागरूकता अभियान की शुरुआत करें। इसमें पानी से जुड़ी समस्याओं के बारे में बताएं, साथ ही पानी बचाने के तरीकों का प्रचार प्रसार करें। मैं विशेष रूप से अलग अलग क्षेत्र की हस्तियों से जल संरक्षण के लिए इनोवेटिव कैंपेन्स का नेतृत्व करने का आग्रह करता हूं।
The Prime Minister's program has received good response from people in Gujarat. An NRI from Gujarat, Mr. Naresh Chavda, said the Prime Minister's address is becoming very useful for the common people.
Many issues from surrounding India, from common person, common people. It is very useful and anyone have access, everyone have access. That's kind of approach by this Mann Ki Baat program organized consistently by our Honorable Prime Minister. It is not cover one part. It is cover almost all kind of aspects of the society directly from Prime Minister and one-to-one to the grassroots people.
The second anniversary of Goods and Services Tax GST will be celebrated today. It was launched on the 1st of July 2017 at a function held in the Central Hall of Parliament on the midnight of 30th June 2017. Minister of State for Finance and Corporate Affairs Anurag Thakur will preside over the function to be held in New Delhi to mark the occasion. The ministry said it will introduce the new return system on a trial basis from today and on mandatory basis from 1st of October. It has also proposed Sahaj and Sugam returns for small taxpayers. It said with regards to single cash ledger, the government will rationalize the ledger in such a manner that earlier 20 heads are merged into 5 major heads. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had emphasized that GST is a new system and the government will continue to make changes to benefit the consumers.
जीएसटी एक नई व्यवस्था है। सरकार की जिम्मेवारी क्या है कि संवेदनशीलता के साथ उनको समझे, उसकी समस्या का समाधान करे। तो ऐसी जितनी बातें हमारे सामने आती हैं, हम जीएसटी काउंसिल में रखते हैं। जीएसटी काउंसिल उसका सरलीकरण में हम मिल बैठ करके आगे बढ़ते हैं। तो इसलिए हम लगातार जीएसटी सरल बने, जीएसटी कंज्यूमर के बेनिफिट को सुरक्षित रखे, उस दिशा में चलते चले जा रहे हैं।
Fund transfer through real-time gross settlement (RTGS) and National Electronic Funds Transfer (NEFT) systems is set to become cheaper after the Reserve Bank of India decided it will not impose any charges on such transactions. The transaction cost comprises two components: RBI's charges plus banks' service charges based on the infrastructure cost they incur. While share of RBI's levy goes away, bank charges would continue to exist. More from our correspondent.
With a view to push the digital transaction, the RBI has decided not to charge the RTGS and NEFT transaction charges. After announcing its decision to waive all charges on fund transfer through RTGS and NEFT systems from July 1, the Apex Bank had also asked banks to pass on the benefits to customers from the same day. As the charges will be waived off, more and more customers will prefer to use these modes of money transfer, which is faster and safer than the physical transfer of money. With Shailesh Patil, Ankush Vats, AIR News, Mumbai.
Electronics and Information Technology Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad will today launch the commemoration of 4 years of Digital India initiative in New Delhi. The aim of this initiative is to bridge digital divide and create awareness about information technology. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had launched various initiatives of Digital India on 1st of July 2015. Digital India, comprising various initiatives, also aims to connect all Gram Panchayats by broadband connectivity under BharatNet project to promote e-governance. Over 128,000 Gram Panchayats have been connected with optical fibre till date. The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its weekly bilingual live phone-in program Public Speak, will bring you a discussion tonight on digital economy and cyber security. This can be heard on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The Indian Railways will implement its new timetable from today. It said that Northern Railway has reshuffled the timings of around 267 trains. The zone has introduced 2 new Tejas Express trains on the New Delhi-Chandigarh-New Delhi and the New Delhi-Lucknow-New Delhi routes. It has extended the journey of 4 trains, the Dehradun-New Delhi-Nanda Devi Express up to Kota Junction, the Aligarh-Muradabad passenger up to Gajraula, the Ambala-Andorra DEMU up to Daulatpur Chowk, and the New Delhi-Ludhiana Shatabdi Express up to Lohian Khas. Northern Railway has also increased the frequency of the Allahabad-New Delhi-Allahabad Humsafar Express from tri-weekly to 4 days a week and decreased the frequency of the New Delhi-Ludhiana-New Delhi Shatabdi Express from 5 days to 2 days a week. The annual Amarnath yatra was flagged off from both Baltal and Pahalgam routes in Jammu and Kashmir this morning. The first batch of around 1,200 yatris were flagged off from Noonwan Pahalgam base camp by Deputy Commissioner Anantnag, Khalid Jahangir. He said all requisite arrangements are in place to ensure smooth and safe yatra. He added that all steps and measures are taken while taking into account the weather conditions to allow yatra on mountainous terrain. Governor Satyapal Malik, who is also the chairman of the Sri Amarnath Ji Shrine Board, will attend traditional Pratham Puja at the cave shrine today. The 46-day yatra will conclude on August 15th, coinciding with Raksha Bandhan. Under the centrally sponsored Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana PMKVY, Jammu and Kashmir Skill Development Mission JKSDM has started registrations of candidates for the second batch. So far, more than 4,800 candidates have already been trained in 15 skilled trades in the state. More from our correspondent.
Around 10,955 candidates will be trained in the next 3 months in 22 skill sectors such as information technology enabled services, apparels, hospitality, etc. in J&K state. The mission was allocated a training target of 5,120 last year, while this year the mission is aiming to allocate around 20,000 training targets in various skill sectors. Efforts are being made to provide market-oriented skills to youth for gainful employment. The training imparted at Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana training centers is aimed to benefit candidates either semi-skilled, unskilled or unemployed above 14 years of age. R.K. Rana, AR News, Jammu.
Human Resource Development Minister Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank will move the Central Educational Institutions Reservation in Teachers Charter Bill 2019 for consideration and passing in Lok Sabha today. The bill will ensure full representation of scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, socially and educationally backward classes and economically weaker sections in direct recruitment in teachers' cadres. In Rajya Sabha, Home Minister Amit Shah will move the Jammu and Kashmir Reservation Amendment Bill 2019. The bill is aimed at providing relief to persons in Jammu and Kashmir residing in areas adjoining international border. They can now avail reservation in direct recruitment, promotion and admission in different professional courses. The bill has already been passed by the Lok Sabha last week. Union Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare, Ashwani Kumar Chaubey, has said that the centre will launch evening meal scheme among children in acute encephalitis syndrome affected districts of Bihar on the line of midday meal scheme. Mr. Chaubey was talking to media persons after reviewing the encephalitis situation with medical experts in Patna yesterday. Earlier, members of medical expert team had said that most of the encephalitis-affected children were malnourished and they were suffering from hyperglycemia. In Uttar Pradesh, a large-scale campaign to eradicate deadly acute encephalitis syndrome AES and Japanese encephalitis JE disease will be launched today. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath will kick-start the campaign against communicative diseases and will also start Dastak campaign, which will run from today to 31st of July. The summer vacation for students up to class 8 in all the government and private schools in Delhi has been extended for 1 week from today due to heat wave. In a tweet, Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia said that schools will reopen on 8th of this month for students up to 8th standard. Indo-Tibetan Border Police ITBP Deputy Inspector General DIG Aparna Kumar has become the first civil servant to scale Mount Denali, the highest peak in North America. She got her success in her third attempt. Ms. Kumar, a 2002 batch IPS officer from UP cadre, is currently posted as DIG ITBP Northern Frontier at Dehradun. In the ICC Cricket World Cup, England beat India by 31 runs in the league match at Birmingham last night. Chasing a 338-run target, India could only score 306 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Today, Sri Lanka will clash with West Indies at Chesterley Street at 3 p.m. Indian time. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Tanvi Thaneja.
Thank you, Anuja. First edition of the Prime Minister's address post-elections focus on emergency and water conservation. Democracy must not be taken for granted, quotes the statesman. The Times of India writes, Modi calls for Swachh-like water conservation mission. The Asian Age states, both JDU, BJP eye Big Brother tag, adding there is a buzz that Nitish Kumar-led Bihar government could advance the assembly polls. Nagaland to initiate its own version of NRC from July 10th, headlines The Hindu. Budget may unveil a national warehousing grid to plug key gaps, Maharashtra model, reports the Indian Express. Shell-out fee on Paytm transactions from today, reports the Economic Times. And finally, the Hindustan Times writes, 33 quarantined Gir lions may never stalk the wild because of the imposing danger of a virus on these survived Asiatic lions. They'll be used for gene pool research, breeding and animal exchange program. With that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Tanvi. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Price of non-subsidised LPG reduced by 100 rupees per cylinder. RTGS and NEFT transfers to become cheaper as RBI scraps charges. Jal Shakti Abhiyan to be launched today to accelerate harvesting and conservation of water. Railways implement new timetable, reshuffles timings of more than 250 trains. Amarnath yatra begins from both Pahalgam and Baltal routes in Jammu and Kashmir. And in ICC Cricket World Cup, England beat India by 31 runs. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.